spring is still full of usable product, which is nice. So I just picked out a little bit of this burnt shit because you always want to make sure that you're not just burning the burnt, right? At least I do. Most of you probably don't. Maybe you're not as picky as me, but I like to properly use my product, my cannabis, and get the most out of my $8 pen. But I have a feeling I want to get something better. Not an $8 pen, something decent, but dry herb, right? I don't really want to vape. Another kind of contained dry herb pen, something really cool. So, I don't know, we'll look around, shop around, set a few bucks aside every now and then. Eventually, maybe we'll get there. Until then, we might have to buy with the e-boat or just go with the Aerizer. But every now and then, I do hope to maybe have a joint broadcast from out in my spot out in the woods, because my backyard's not really puffable now with so many neighbors, and it's just, windows, no. Alright, so we're just going to try to finish off this bowl. Just looking at this battery here, and oh my god, is it ever scraped up. This pen has seen better days. But, you know what? It's not what it looks like, although it does kind of play a factor as being a cool piece when you have something that looks so awesome. I don't have anything like that. I'd love a cool piece of something. I don't know. I just don't know what to buy. Or what to save up for. Oh, almost knocked over the ashtray. Excuse me. Alright, this pen is now... Oh yeah, this bowl's destroyed now. Jesus. Sorry, guys. Alright. Let's do a pretty decent clean out on this one, because it's just... it's messy. It's messy in there. Wish I had decent, brush. But even the ones after I cleaned them out, when I did that big clean out, they didn't come out that great. So, using the pick all the time to really clean this out, it does definitely take some time. But, like I said, I find it worth it to give me the best smoke possible. Plus, at the same time, it really helps me focus when I have to focus on not fucking up the coil. And just paying attention to detail and just doing one thing. Because when you have ADHD and everything else, it is hard to focus on just one specific thing. I really wish I had known I had ADHD a lot sooner. But I guess it's pretty common with different things. Oh man, apparently I've been fucked up since my teenage years. No, I had no idea. But hey, you know what? At least now we know. Now we know we're just fucked up for a reason. But my wife loves me and accepts me, so you know what? That's all I need in life. Oh, alright, I gotta empty out this ashtray soon too. One of these big guys with the lid. Now the lid doesn't stay on perfectly, so if it fell over it would empty and go everywhere. But it holds a lot and contains a lot. It makes it so I don't have to constantly dump out because it keeps the smell in, right? Which is nice. But it doesn't help with the lazy factor, right? No, sorry. Because eventually it does stink. Speaking of the stink, I was looking at my case. Now, my wife's definitely come to terms with it, and I have now come to terms with it, that my case has absorbed, because there's foam inside of my case. Because I use a Mastercraft aluminum case toolbox. But it looks like a giant, awesome, like almost like a man's man briefcase kind of thing, right? Like, it's cool. But it's got like a foam inside, right? And I think the smell of weed and everything else is absorbed into there, and my case just radiates the smell all the time now. And my wife is noticing it. So I'm either going to have to get a new case, which is another expense, right? Or rip out all the inside foam, and then lose all my actual compartment, and it's just like a dead case. The outside would be cool. The inside would look like shit. So, I don't know. I guess I'm fucked either way. But again, if it holds it, what more do I need, right? I'm just looking at it as a cosmetic thing, which I really shouldn't, because who cares? But I used to be proud of, like, when I pull out my case, to if I had company come over, we're going to have a bit of a smoke, pull out the case, and, like, a couple of my buddies are all like, oh my god, like, look at all this shit, right? Now, I really don't have anything to really show off, because I've gotten rid of a lot of my pens over the last while, giving stuff away that I wasn't using. I gave my Atmos Boss away to my brother-in-law, because I wasn't really using it. And I'd probably use it now, actually. I kind of miss it a little bit. So, but it's still cool. He's getting use out of it. I haven't talked to him in a while. I want to find out actually how well it's working for him. Hopefully it is. Because, I wasn't using it enough. I got enough other things to mess around with. Now, not so much. But you know what? There's always the vape. There's always an option or two. If I had to, it's so easy to make a little makeshift bong. I can go out in the woods, right? Little bong hits off an apple, right? Never done that. I don't know. I guess it would be okay. I guess you would. Are you supposed to taste the apple when you do that, or is it just a convenience factor that you could do it? That's what I don't get. I don't know. I would think could you do it? Oh my god! I saw the coolest thing on YouTube. This person basically took a watermelon and turned it into a gravity bong. It looked so crazy. They were like coughing and gagging. But it was so cool. Like, that would be so awesome to try. Now, I would imagine with that you would taste the watermelon. Because the watermelon is so juicy that it would have to pull some of that flavor through. If you've ever tried it, anybody, have you ever tried smoking through watermelon by any way, but using a watermelon as your pipe, your bong, whatever? If you have, let me know. We'll be posting the question on Twitter, Instagram, Massroots. So, let us know. Comment, find the post, comment, or just email us. ThePuffCast@gmail.com. And yes, I always say us and we when we all know it's just me, it's me. But that's just sometimes where I go. That's most of the time I go. I just turn everything to plural. Right? Whatever. You know what? I do think another bowl is in order. And now, because I'm doing small ones here, I'm actually making it stretch a little bit more and still trying to get double hits off it. Thankfully, the E-Boat is saying, you know what, hey man, we're here for you. We're going to get through this together. However, I do know for a fact what I will be smoking very soon in the next couple of days. Is I think something really delicious from our friends at budzone.ca. So I didn't do it the last time, but I think this time I'm gonna take whatever's there, and I'm gonna roll a joint and really try to get that flavor. 'Cause I find if you have a really delicious strain and you smoke it in a joint, you really taste the flavor over any other means of smoking it. Vaping it, any way of doing it, unless you turn it into like shatter or butter or something else, right? But just the flour, right? So I'd love to roll one up and go for a walk in the woods, find a bench, sit in the dark and puff away, right? Puff away for another day, 'cause it's puff time. Fuck yeah, it is. Hopefully Hopefully you're having an awesome THC-filled event of a morning, afternoon, midnight, whatever. Wow. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Hopefully you had something ready. And if not, that's alright. Maybe you're just listening for the sake of listening. But guess what? I'm just going to tell you this. If you're not puffing, if you think this is entertaining enough for you to keep listening when you're not high, try having a puff. I guarantee you it will make so much more sense. Or it won't make sense, but you just will be too stoned to care. So, you keep listening, right? See, either way, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. But I am going to recommend that anybody who's new to listening to the PuffCast, and if you're going to smoke along, make sure you got the munchy snacks with you. It makes sense. I don't typically have snacks with me when I do my sessions, and when I do a live recording, or I'm pretty high. Alright, let's start over. I don't bring snacks down here anymore when I'm gonna do a show. I just don't, because I found that if I had them around, I would sometimes want a snack, and of course, what's better than you guys listening to me chew on food when the microphone is right next to my face? Yeah, right? So, I don't want to keep being that guy. So I think that only a couple times we did that, but we, as in me, you know, the dude, the man with the plan, the weed with the need for the weed. There you go. Oh. I can't remember if I did a pick and a flick, if that was reusable. I know I opened it. Well, I did do a good turn. Okay, sort of. I'm gonna want to add a smidge to that, because it's not looking so awesome. There's very little of it. So, a couple scoops. Let's do a couple more though this time, and then do a really good turnover on this pen. On the ball. All right, so now we're gonna compact that down. Pivot. Not gonna do a full turn. Alright, and then, boom, puncture air hole. I haven't done that in a while, but I find definitely makes that difference. No difference than rolling that joint and running your air hole down, right? If you've never done it, try it. Trust me, it's legit. Very good, very good. And I've learned that from, who did I see that off of? A couple professional joint rollers. I don't know. One of the guys on YouTube, either Raw OG 420 or Groovy Mac. One of them, I think, also did it. But I saw it off the professional joint rollers. Some of these guys that make just amazing, crazy joints and sell them, like big fat things, like machine gun type joints. Like, everything's totally smokable. But seeing some of their tutorials, which is beautiful with YouTube, is if you don't know how to do something, there's YouTube, right? You can YouTube everything. It's kind of stupid how much you can watch. It's made us so lazy, but at the same time, a lot of people are visual. In order for them to learn something, they have to see how it's done. Reading about it is not the same. Verbally telling somebody is not the same. Seeing somebody do it, that's how we learn. That's how I learn more, is I'm more visual. But if you tell me, I can figure enough of it out, and then I figure out the rest and learn, right? I don't know. Some people have to be able to see it. They only learn visually, which is kind of frustrating at times when you tell somebody the same thing. And of course, you, even when you go and show them, it sometimes takes a while. But gotta have patience, and patience, of course, is not one of my virtues. But I am getting better. I think even my wife would agree. I am getting better with it. I'm not as annoying and bitchy and snarky. Most of the time. Most of the time. But then, there was this one